Today I'll be talking about relationships. I think this subject is the most challenging one for people, including for myself. For example, I live with my sister-in-law. She's young and smart, but sometimes she's in training, so I need to be a little bit strict for her. And when I do that, she becomes rebellious, opinionated. Yeah, I'm not happy with that, but yeah, still I'm struggling with having a good relationship with my sister-in-law. So it means it's really tough for just old people. Um, so whenever I had these small arguments with my sister-in-law, I talked to my true nature. Oh, thank you. You sent the greatest teacher for me. Yeah, because thanks to her, I could notice my perspective, my stubbornness, and I could let go of them. Yeah, so I've taught so many groups in South Korea, such as the army, college students, and teachers, government officers, and youth groups. And in every single group, having a good relationship was the top issue for them. It means from children to adults, having a good relationship is really important and it's hard to practice. So today I'll explain why it is too difficult and how we can practically handle them in our daily lives. There are so many things to talk about relationships, but I can't explain all of them here. So I picked the three important relationships we need to learn. First is, yes, you can get. First is self-relationship. Second is familyship, and third is a friendship. Before we look into it one by one, let me ask you a few questions. As a Buddhist, I think you understand how great Buddha is. So, what do you think about Buddha? If I ask this question, is he wise enough to handle any hardships? Is he, yeah, yes, right? Is he compassionate enough to embrace enemies? Yeah, absolutely, right? And is he strong enough not to be tempted by any desires? Yeah, he is. How about yourself? What about yourself? If I ask you the same questions, can you answer yes? No? Why? We learned we have the true nature, and then the true nature is infinite, unlimited, as Buddha has. Then why we are different?
So probably ego.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. We are in the process to let go of our ego. Yeah, that's true. But we can't, even if we can't say yes about these questions, but at least we should think about we can be wise, we can be strong, we can be compassionate as Buddha was. So that positive ideas are based on having a strong self relationship. So this is very important. What is self relationship? This is the relationship between yourself and your true nature. This relationship is the foundation of all other relationships. So if you don't have good self relationship, then it's hard to succeed in other relationships. There are two things you need to know about self relationship. First is strong belief in your true nature. You are given unlimited abilities. As a Buddhist, I think you understand how Buddha great it is. But you can't trust. I asked you this question, how great you are, but you can't say yes. So it means you can understand your true nature is amazing and great, but you don't trust it as much as you understand. So, and even you have negative feelings about yourself, like I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough. So this lack of belief weakens your self relationship. Second is raising a wise thought. Yeah, we call it application of true nature. My master, she taught your true nature is the source of strength, light, and ability according to the thoughts you give rise to. So when you think about the phrase, according to the thoughts you give rise to, for example, even if you have $10,000 in your bank account, but you can't buy anything unless you withdraw the money, right? Your ability is the same. So even if you have unlimited true nature, the energy in your mind, but you can't use it unless you acknowledge them and you raise a thought. So strong self relationship is depends on a strong belief and its application. Here is how to raise a wise thought. I am the very true nature, so I have abilities to handle sufferings, hardships, and negative feelings. Lead me to accept anything wisely, to go forward boldly, and to discover who I really am. In Zen Buddhism, we don't teach people to beg Buddha. Don't pray to Buddha to saying, "Oh, I want money. I want better job." That's not a Buddhist practice. Buddhist practice is letting go of your ego, your preferences, right or wrong. So through the letting go, you can experience the ability. So please don't pray to Buddha. Yeah, let's watch a short video about self-love, Buddha said. How beautiful they are, right? Yeah. So next one is familyship. Familyship is totally based on unconditional love. When you look up the meaning of unconditional, having no exceptions and no restrictions. there are many types of familyships, such as like parents, children, sister and brother, and husband and wife. But just by saying the name, I feel relieved, comfortable, and relaxed. But at the same time, I feel a bit regretful, annoyed, and anxious. It's ironic. Yeah, but they comes to my mind both. So in Buddhism, we say unconditional love is compassion, because Buddha's love is unconditional, and sometimes we compare unconditional love to parents' love. I remember a movie. It's based on true story. In the movie, Adult Son, it's a Korean movie. An adult son was a killer, so he killed his parent to steal inheritance. But while he in the middle of killing their parents, he dropped his nail. His nail was broken, and then the small piece of nail dropped on the floor. While his mom was bleeding and dying, she saw that. And what she did was she picked it up, she swallowed it to hide his son's crime. Yeah, even she was worrying about his future if he might be arrested by police or he go to jail. This is unconditional love. So I got goosebumps thinking about such a deep love, parental love. However, people are supposed to love their family unconditionally, but they don't. Someone do, yeah, someone does, but many people don't. They hate each other. They fight with their family the most, and even sometimes they don't speak to their family for months or for even years. And they also, in family, people say like, "Dad, you should have been kinder to me," or parents can talk to their children like, "If you had listened to me, you could have succeeded." Those kind of things. So these should have, would have, could have ideas are based on their expectation. So expectation to each member of family. So this expectation, people could say that's love. Yeah, it sounds like love and caring, but it includes high expectation. That's why it can be suffering, and it gives suffering to family members. And these expectations bring anger, disappointment, jealousy, guilt, anxiety, loneliness, and more. Then where does this expectation come from? Can you guess? I could say it comes from strong karmic attachments. In Buddhism, a family bond is not a simple relationship. According to karma, over thousands of reincarnation, similar people repeatedly get together and part ways. During this time, they share a lot of feeling, and memories accumulate thousands of memories. And eventually, they find someone who is most similar to them, and they want to live together. That's a family. In other words, family is composed of who have the strongest karmic ties by similarity. So I believe Buddhist practice is the most optimal way to melt down your attachments, because we practice to let go wrong and right, preferences, like, dislike. These practices are based on letting go. And here is how to raise a wise thought. My true nature leads me to love my family unconditionally, letting go of my expectation for them. Regardless of how strong my attachment is, my family is priceless and irreplaceable. Yeah. Lead me not to be deceived by what I feel about my family. Lead me to treat them as one of true nature. Yeah, let's watch another inspiring video.
이런 상태라면 1년 3개월 정도밖에 남지 않았습니다.
이거 아직 뭐 해야 될 게 많은데 이게 이제 다 물거품이 되는가.
요즘 많이 바쁘시죠? 검사 결과가 좀 나왔는데 생각보다는 조금 좋지 않게 나왔습니다. 좀 이런 말씀드리기 좀 뭐하지만 이런 상태면 한 9개월 정도 나오실 것 같습니다.
뭐가요?
뭐가 잘못 나온 건데요?
6개월 정도밖에 남지 않았습니다.
네? 뭐가요?
결과서를 좀 드릴 테니까 차근차근 보고 계시면 제가 다 갔다 와서 다시 자세히 설명을 드리겠습니다.
이게 실제로 나한테 남은 게 정말 이 기간이 맞구나.
아버지가 돌아가셨을 때 이제 어머니한테 잘하자. 그때 당시에는 뭐 보약도 줘가지고 어머니 드리고 그랬는데 시간이 지날수록 또 그게 무뎌지더라고요, 감각이.
출산하고 6개월 쉬고 이제 출근한 지 한 서너 달 됐거든요. 계속 같이 하루 종일라도 같이 있고 싶고 많이 사랑한다고 하고 싶고.
서울 올라와서 공부한다고 몇 년 보내고 뭐 한다고 몇 년 보내고 이러다 보니까 지금 나이는 찼는데 뭐 효도라고 할 만한 건 별로 한 게 없는.
이렇게 주위에 가족도 못 챙기면서까지 이렇게 살아왔나 하는 생각이.
잘해야 되겠다는 생각이 드네요.
경숙이와 함께 아프지 않게 오순도순 행복하게 잘 살아갔으면.
김이나 엄마가 앞으로도 많이 사랑할 테니까 우리 행복하게 오래도 잘 살자.
지금까지 한 번도 어머니 앞에서 못 해봤다고 말이 있는데 어머니 정말 사랑합니다.
최대한 자주 찾아뵙도록 노력할게요. 엄마 아빠 사랑합니다.
If today were the last day of your life, what would you do? Have you ever thought about this question? Or these similar ideas? I asked this question to hundreds of people who attended a Korean family program in my temple in Korea. They were struggling with family affairs a lot, so they were really hating each other. So that's why they wanted to attend the program. And when I asked the question, can you guess what? I got them to list a few things they want to do for the last day of their lives. The first thing they wrote was showing their love for families. Yeah, even though they were struggling a lot. So they knew the most valuable thing in their lives is showing their love for family and love them unconditionally. But they couldn't and they didn't. So today I want to say, please don't put it off. Showering your family love a lot, and just please put it into practice. Yeah, like as our greatest Buddha did for us. So the last one is friendship. Yes, what type of friend do you want to have? This is just a typical question. So I think you could think about this question. But we need to be different from who thinks like this. But first we need to just take a look at normal people's answer about that. In the US in 2013, I think it's 10 years later now, so everything was changed. But there are five qualities of a good friend. So number 5 is it's fun to be with, and number 4 is likes me. Number 3 is will be there in a crisis, and a decent good person. What is the first one? Can you guess? The number 1. Yes, I'd like to know the answer. Loyalty. Yeah. We need a loyal person, loyal friend. But Buddha gave 4 criteria about friends you should avoid. First, you should avoid the taker. Who is taker? Only taking, asking for a lot while giving little, performing duty out of fear, offering service in order to gain. Please look for take a look at your friends if you have these kind of friends. And second, the talker, reminding of past generosity, promising future generosity, and mouthing empty words of kindness, and protesting personal misfortune when called on to help. Yep. And third, the flatterer, supporting both bad and good behavior indiscriminately. You know what it is? Yeah. Loyal friend, true friend can talk to you if you do something wrong and can say, oh, you are doing wrong. You shouldn't do this. But if you have a friend who said, okay, that's okay, it'll be okay, then you should avoid him. And praising you to your face and putting you down behind your back. Yep, of course. And number 4 is the reckless. I think there are many friends around you, maybe, accompanying you in drinking, roaming around at night, partying, and gambling. Is there any friend who wants you to go to a party too often or to drink together? But if it's too much, it causes a lot of addictions and problems. So these are the 4 criteria Buddha said. And what about true friend? He also explained this is a true friendship. First one is cultivating spirituality. Second, standing by you in need. Third one is, I think this is the hardest one, Giving what is hard to give, giving what is hard to do. Yeah, this is a true friendship. So sometimes people ask me, do you have a true friend? I always answer, no, I don't have. I don't have a true friend yet. I don't know, in the future I might have true friend. Yeah, but as a monk, I don't know, my standard is too high. That's why I don't have true friend. But that's true. I can't say I have a true friend like this. As a Buddhist, you have different question to you. You ask different. What type of friend do you want to be? Have you ever thought about this? You shouldn't hope like to have a good friend. You should hope to be like this. So yeah, first, how to raise a wise thought. To be a good friend for my friends. So my true nature lead me to be wholesome for my friends, to encourage their spiritual growth, to see them without any judgment, and to accept them as they are. So if you want to have a loyal friend, you need to be loyal. And if you want to have a true friend, you need to be true first. This is the way how Buddha taught us. And let me wrap up this with this Buddha's wise teaching. If you want to be trusted, be honest. If you want to be honest, be true. If you want to be true, be yourself. I hope this Dharma talk is helpful for you. Thank you.
So